Here we are, we've made it to the hateful bashing of an anime that I have deemed unworthy for your eyes. I've been looking forward to this. Time to get started. Blue Exorcist. Here's a quick rundown of this dumpster show. An old school, boring plot, predictable, weird style, ultimately stupid as hell anime that delivers nothing but the slightest of twists and confusing and unfulfilling plots. There might be one or two scenes that are acceptable in this day and age, but beyond that this anime is worthless. The point I'm making here is that, sure this one is watchable, but I would recommend about 70 other animes to you before this one. It simply does not compare to even the most common of animes that are being produced now. Standards have raised drastically in the past 10 years, so far in fact that animes like these, unless they are made in a way that is unbeatable, i.e. Naruto, Bleach or One Piece, then they can't hope to beat the competition. It is not special enough for its lack of quality to be overlooked in this era. I can't see a reason for you to watch this one. It's just bad overall. Plot. There are 2 seasons to this, and trust me, you won't even make it to the second one. The story is about this thoroughly repugnant squeaking teenager that's full of himself. He's built different and turns out his dad is an important character of the series. I won't spoil it, but, meh. He loses an important person in his life and his world is completely different after that single event. He sets forth on a journey that takes him to a special school to teach special people. In the end, he faces his origins and as a viewer I couldn't care less. He has a cool sword, I guess, that's about all there is. There is a recently added season to this that may prove better, but I couldn't bring myself to watch it. The story isn't interesting enough to warrant watching the first season even if the second season is a banger, which I highly doubt it even is. I have heard zero chatter about this one, which is usually a sign of a show's irrelevance. Even if it was woefully bad I would have heard something, which means it's probably minorly bad, which is even worse in my opinion. There's no artistic or interesting story elements, and it feels flat. My viewpoint from suffering through this one, a Bleach-like, Jujutsu Kaisen-like anime with ghouls, demons, and Satan things going on, is okay for its time but is still dated and lacks a certain elegance that a lot of modern animes possess. That being said, it has its own identity. The main character starts out as the loud, annoying, foolish, voice-cracking kid with anger issues. He grows a little, not a lot. The power progression starts at 0 and the MC weaknesses are focused on. Has a complicated backstory that matters to the plot. Has a little bit of pain and death. Mild humor at best. There's vengeance, hatred. Fight scenes are pretty okay. Story makes sense, albeit stupid. Villains and allied superiors are alright, but there is a weird styling issue. I guess it's part of its identity. Is pretty stupid at times. Seems like a trashy classic and definitely an acquired taste. I didn't and won't be watching the second season. Greatest high points. Cool sword, I guess. A couple scenes that are made well. Handful of decent voice actors. Worst qualms, is outdated. Execution is a miss. Many repetitive elements. You should hate the MC. Story points are boring and lose you. Co-characters are boring as hell. Inter-character relationships make no sense and are pointless. Feels like a waste of time in the end. Persuasion. I feel I've done a pretty good job tearing into this one, but if you need one more push, here's the best argument not to watch this. Right now, the current climate in the anime world is bouncing off the hizzy with shows that far exceed and put a show like this to shame. You have the most current and fresh animes like Bleach, Jujutsu Kaisen, Chainsaw Man, Demon Slayer, Fire Force and countless others that are in this genre and do it millions of times better than Blue Exorcist. You need not watch this, I will get you to where you need to go, just trust me. Rank and rating. I have a list comprised of all the animes I've seen, a lot, and they are ordered in both numerical ranking as well as in general tiers, SSS, down to F. Blue Exorcist is ranked number 68, with AC rating. Overall rating, 47 out of 100. Trauma rating, 12 out of 100. Warmth rating, 5 out of 100. Where to watch? This is available to watch on Crunchyroll, if you're a masochist. End of review. You're a cracked human being if you made it this far, thanks for that, and send me any suggestions of either something to watch and review, or if I have already seen it, I'll tell you what my thoughts were. So, how was that? I want you to know I'm not hating because I hate, I couldn't care less about Blue Exorcist. The point of this was to bring to your attention how bad a viewing experience it was, for something you might have thought about trying. I wish to guide others towards only the best, or at least things that are good. So just know this hatred from me was for the benefit of all of you, and I will willfully accept that blemish on my pure soul to preserve your viewing experience. LMAO. I will post again in a week, a positive one, so see ya then.